Hi everyone and welcome back to some more XCOM 2. So, let's continue where we left off. We are in Avenger Defense, and as a result, this is probably going to be the last episode of this season, because I'm literally about to lose this campaign. There's no real way around that. That's pretty much what's about to happen. But hey, I'll give it a shot, right? Still, I wouldn't count on it happening. Alright, well, let's move in that case. The main problem right now is that the beacon, or whatever this thing is, the disruptor, is hidden behind the building. Which means we can't set up in a way that would allow us to shoot it with Eric. So, with a sharpshooter. Because the building is blocking line of sight. It's possible on some of the maps that are used for this mission to do exactly that. Just set up with your sharpshooter if you have one. And shoot it from a distance, but I can't do this here because the building is blocking the way. So that is very unfortunate. That makes this even harder than it would have been otherwise.
Sending reinforcements in from the Avengers reserves.
Yes, one guy. I mean, that's always something, I suppose. But he's not exactly high rank, let's just say. Alright, well, let's move, because we kind of have to. And here's the first group. Mutant Centurion and two other mutants. Okay. Well then, let's have a look. We could try to back up to lure them towards us a little bit, but I can't really afford to back up too much. I need to keep moving to get to our objective. We can get a flanking shot with lightning hands, yeah, that won't do a whole lot. Probably not worth it. Steady weapon. And, well, we can use some full cover if we want to. Who else do we have? Someone who's not using a shotgun, so Lutherion. We could try to hit the Mutant Centurion. Let's check our chance to hit. Only 28%, yeah, that kind of sucks. Well then, we could try to use Walkfire to shred some of his armor and to... well, no, we can't set him on fire because we don't have that weapon anymore, but we can shred some of his armor, so let's give that a shot. Okay, that will do. And yeah, there's no point taking a shot like this. We could throw a flashbang grenade, but not really. Yeah, I can't reach the other mutants, so there's no point using a flashbang grenade. Let's hunker down. And I think that's it. There's really not much else we can do. We can move up a little bit with some of these people, but they won't be able to do a whole lot. We can move up a little bit with Jake and with Arch. The problem is that Arch will panic if something happens, because he's shaken. Let's move up with Bob, and Bill can stay where he is and hunker down. Alright. Let's shoot the mutant, I suppose. That's always something. Alright, that was not a bad shot. Anything else? Overwatch. Alright. And here comes another group. That's the Viper Sniper, is it? No, actually it's not. That's the Viper with a larger poison cloud or something like that. Okay, here comes the Centurion. We kind of have to kill that guy, and he's dead. Decent start, but there are many other aliens. We'll probably have to kill at least 30 aliens to be able to do this mission. It's not going to happen otherwise. Especially on this map, since I can't shoot the disruptor from far away. But we'll worry about that later. First, we have to actually kill these guys before we even start thinking about doing anything else. Alright, shoot the mutant. Okay, that's a miss. Can Eric do anything? Where's Eric exactly? Right here. Well, he can take a shot 100, so that will be a kill. Let's go for it. At least he can't miss that one. Oh, that was not actually a kill, but it will be a kill from burning damage. Yep, which means we can ignore that muton and move a little bit closer. This does make me a little bit nervous, especially with that muton having Overwatch. Well then, Arch can actually ignore Overwatch, but he already used his turn. Can he? That's not Arch. Yeah, that's Arch. Didn't he have an ability to ignore Overwatch? Maybe not. Well, there's no point shooting the muton, so let's shoot the sectoid mindbender. I don't like the sound of that. Can anyone else shoot that sectoid? No. Well then, that's unfortunate. 57%. Okay, we hit him, but that's not enough for a kill, unfortunately. But we do have combat protocol, let's just use that. At least that's a guaranteed kill. So... yeah, these mutants in the back worry me slightly. And the Vipers too. The Vipers are really annoying. And there's not a whole lot we can do about that. I can't afford to move closer, no. That would trigger Overwatch. And we don't want that, do we? I guess we'll just use Overwatch. There's no point rushing to our death. Yes, we have to keep moving to get to the objective, but if that involves getting killed, it's not a good idea. And here comes yet another group. Yeah, that's a lot of dudes. And we do not have a grenadier. And yet another group. And we aren't even that far away from the Avenger. How many active enemies is that? Way too many. Yeah, we simply do not have the tools to counter this. If I had a grenadier, then I could at least maybe try doing something. We got 9 active enemies. And yeah, I'm not even that far away from the ship. Let's see. They are not on Overwatch. Actually, one Viper is on Overwatch. I might have to just trigger that Overwatch. I really thought Arch can do it. But, oh yeah, he does have Shadow Step. So I suppose we could dash. I would like to actually use his action. But we can't do that if we want to trigger Overwatch. The Viper is too far away. I would have to dash. Which is a bit unfortunate. Well, what about Eric? What are his targets? 69% to hit that Viper on Overwatch. That's not a bad idea. That's his highest chance to hit shot. Let's go for it. Come on, Eric. Nice one. No crit, but I'll take it. That will remove Overwatch. 3 health left. If we get lucky, burning damage might do 3, but it's unlikely. Still, it's possible. Now, we definitely need a flashbang grenade. I think that much is 100% obvious here. But how are we going to throw it? I should probably move a little bit closer if I want to use that. Can we actually kill any of these guys? I mean, I could use flash, but that's not a very good idea. Because then Jake would almost definitely get killed. We can maybe take a shot from back here. It's unlikely they will move close enough to shoot C. Yeah, I think we can afford to take that shot. 53% chance to hit is not that bad. Let's go for it. And we missed. Oh well.
Negative damage.
You tried. So, what else? Maybe Arch should throw that flashbang grenade. No, he won't be close enough. So how the heck are we going to do this? We do have run and gun. It's going to be a little bit risky, but with 9 active enemies, there's literally no possible move that wouldn't be risky in our current situation. Because leaving them alive is risky already, even if we hunker down with everyone. That's still risky with 9 enemies. So we have to do something. We'll use run and gun
Up, knock him down.
and try to take a shot from here or so. I'd like to kill that Advent General. I don't know what he does exactly, and I don't want to find out, to be honest. So we do have quite a few targets here. He has 13 health. That's the first time I see Advent General, so I assume he's dangerous. Alright, let's go for it then. Alright, Bob. Don't disappoint me. Nice, that's actually a kill. Awesome. That was what, 16 damage?
Definitely got that.
Good job, Bob. However, we still got 8 active enemies. Let's have a look. I could still use melee, but no, that would be suicide, quite literally. We could try to kill the sniper, he only has 5 health. However, I really need to stay in full cover, because using partial cover will also be suicide. Quite literally. Yeah. We need to stay in full cover, so I'll just have to move over here. And that gives us just one flanked target. And we missed.
Niente.
Okay then. How many dots do we still have? We got Arch, we got Lars, we got Bill and Lutherion. Alright, we definitely need to throw a flashbang grenade. I mean, that much is obvious. Let's move in, we'll make some space for someone else. Yeah, and there's yet another group in the back, because why not? But I had to move closer to throw that flashbang grenade. How many enemies can we disorient? Well, quite a few. Let's go for it then. Won't get much better than this, I suppose. Yep, it definitely won't get any better than this. Alright, go for it. That's quite a few disoriented enemies. Now, what else can we do here? Lutherion. We can move into full cover a little bit closer. 58%. Okay, riot control, sniper. I would like to at least try killing the sniper if possible. Who else can do it? We do have run and gun on Arch. It probably won't do much, and again, I really need to stay in full cover. Like over here, for example. I think we're better off using aid protocol on someone like Lars. Bill. What can you do? Yeah, not much. He can't do anything, so we'll keep him in full cover. And that leaves us with Arch and Lutherion. Let's see. Well, let's shoot something that we can actually kill. So... the sniper. Let's shoot the sniper. That's a kill if we actually manage to hit him. And we did kill him, nice. Okay, good job. And we'll use aid protocol on Lars, I guess. I could also use combat protocol on the Viper. And then it will definitely die from burning damage. Yeah, let's go for that. We only got, what, like 2 enemies that aren't disoriented? Well, a bit more than that. But we got 6 disoriented enemies. Out of 9 active now. So there are only 3 enemies that are not disoriented at the moment. Having said that, just because they are disoriented doesn't mean they won't hit us. Yeah, just like that. And that was also a crit. Well, that was full cover. Alright. The battle priest will shoot us because there's no one to heal. The battle commander. Yep, we got 2 marked soldiers right now, which is not great. Yeah. At least that was only 3 damage. But I don't think we'll be able to kill all of these guys. That just seems incredibly unlikely. If we had higher ranked soldiers, better gear, and more abilities in general, and maybe a 6 squad slot, then maybe this would happen. Okay, another missed shot. But now we are already down one soldier. Here comes a Viper. So, we definitely need to move now. And might as well take a shot, because that's a flanking shot. There we go. 4 critical. I'll take it. We need to kill that Viper, that much is obvious. Maybe Bill can do it. Well, he can take 2 shots. That's a kill. Good job. I guess we didn't need that pistol actually, but there was no way to know we'll actually get a crit. Right, well, we can't reach... Well, actually... No, this is not guaranteed to destroy cover. We'll just take a shot. I mean, 26% is not a lot, but that's slightly better than 1 in a 4 chance to hit. And we did hit him. Good job, Bill. Alright, and we could kill that guy, maybe. With combat protocol. Let's see. Yeah, this is going to be just a little bit problematic. We might want to back up. Jake, what are you going to do? There's no way I'm going to use melee, that's just suicide. That much should be obvious. I think we should back up with anyone who's marked. Which means Jake and Lars, was it? Jake is marked because we can see that. Who else was marked? Was it the dead guy? Probably. We could also use aid protocol for Jake. But his chance to hit is, well, 50%. But that's still low. Shame about Bob. But I assume everyone is going to die here. 37%. Okay, we do have one more flashbang grenade on Arch, but he will have to move closer. So how the heck do we do this? Okay, let's back up with Jake, like so. And we'll... oh, great. I thought Arch will be able to move like this, but apparently not. Alright. We can still move a tiny little bit closer.
No problem, boss.
And what about Lars? He could go where C is. Actually, no. Never mind. We could just move him into partial cover, but I would prefer not to. I would have to move Lutherion out of the way from the looks of it. Alright, well, let's just play this safe, I suppose. Even though there's no actual safe play here. Oh, there was one enemy on Overwatch. He is disoriented though, so he is still getting a penalty. Why is that fire in the air? That looks a little bit weird. Now I'm not sure if our cover will go away or not. But we already moved, so let's hunker down. And Eric. 64%. We do have a chance to actually kill the priest. If we hit, we will kill the priest because he will be on fire. Nope. Okay then. So, Arch. We are not quite close enough to throw a flashbang grenade. 38% chance. Aid protocol, but for who? For Lars, I suppose? I mean, they will have other targets. However, he's the closest one to all the aliens. Let's give him aid protocol. Here, enjoy your plus 20 defense. And this orient is gone, sadly. Here they come. Some of them might rush the ramp, because that's what they do a lot of the time. That might work to our advantage. But there are so many of them. What the heck is he doing? Oh yeah, healing. Right. Well, he's a priest after all. That's what they do. Here comes a battle commander. Yeah, he is rushing the ramp. So that will work to our advantage. The main thing I'm worried about are grenades from mutants. Because if they destroy our cover, we'll just die, quite literally. And yep, that's yet another shot, which kills us. That was a crit through full cover. Because why not? Alright. I mean, yeah. Not that I expected to win this mission, but I'm still trying.
Commander,
I'm doing my best.
from the Avengers reserves. They've got
We got 8 active enemies. The problem is that now we'll start getting reinforcements. We simply do not have the firepower for this. Even if everyone was alive, we still wouldn't have the firepower, I don't think so. Back up into full cover. I have to move. Alright. And let's take a shot, I suppose. There we go. We also got a crit, but that was not enough for a kill, unfortunately. 1 damage short. Free reload, and we can use lightning hands to finish the job. There, down you go.
Feind neutralisiert.
What's our chance to hit? 64% chance to kill the priest. 61% chance on the mutant. We have to kill the mutants. If we don't kill the mutants, they will probably throw a grenade sooner or later. The problem is that we also have to kill the battle commander, and he's dead. Is that like 3rd crit in a row for Bill? That's actually kind of crazy. Okay, 33%. What else can we do? We are too far away for a grenade. Are we? Oh, Rajin, right, because she finished training just recently. Yeah, I can't really use a grenade right now, I would have to do it on the next turn. So that's not happening. Reload. And walkfire. We also have area suppression. I think I'd rather use walkfire. It's a shame we don't have that old cannon. Yeah, that was a miss. But it did destroy his cover, which means we can take a nice shot with Bill. Alright, Bill, I need 1 more crit from you. Nice, okay. Good job. 5 active enemies. Let's see, Rajin. We need to move Rajin somewhere safe. So, move C out of the way. Where can we go? Back here? I don't know. I suppose we could go back here and use steady weapon. That's a possibility. Sure. Whatever works. Steady weapon. And Rajin. We do have some grenades here. Actual plasma grenades. But this will be too far away to use them. Actually, no, this is not too far away to use them. Okay, can we kill the mutant? Eric can take a shot. So... Well, the problem is that the grenade will not destroy cover for the mutant, because that's a rock. If we hit with Eric, then we could use the grenade. The problem is that the mutant has 2 armor. I would have to use the grenade first. We might be better off trying to kill the priest, honestly. 64% chance to basically kill the priest. There we go, he's dead. Good job. Alright, so Rajin. Probably better off with Overwatch here, in case the mutant decides to move. And here comes the first wave of reinforcements. Okay then. Only 2 dudes. I mean, that's good news for us. But they are still dangerous. Were they really that far away? Apparently. Okay. And now we will not be picking up the loot. Not that loot matters. Oh. Well, that also happened. Because why not?
No. What's happening?
Seriously?
No.
All these creeps through full cover are getting a little bit ridiculous. It's not just me. Okay, here comes the mutant. If I had the time, I would count all the times we got hit through full cover and crit through full cover in this campaign. But it was a little bit ridiculous.
They're gone!
Yeah, that's another dead person.
Help! Help! Someone help!
I don't think anyone is going to help you. Yeah, the problem is that people are panicking now, and they are moving into suboptimal positions, let's just say. Right, I think we are screwed, but we will fight until the bitter end. So let's see. I mean, I'm still doing my best to beat them. It's just that RNG is not exactly on my side, as you can clearly tell. Not just in this mission. It seems that's been the theme of this entire campaign. Alright, what do we want to shoot? Probably the muton. Huh. I don't really like these Vipers too much, but we have to shoot the muton. Surely. Yeah, we do. Alright, Eric, come on. There we go, 7 damage, and now he will also be on fire. Good. Let's see. Well, we can't kill him with a grenade anymore because we don't have Rajin. So never mind that plan. 57, 57. Okay, 51% chance. Sucks that Bill is gone. 37. Well, I do have a combat protocol. He might take 2 damage from the fire. But he might also take 1 damage. It can do anywhere from 1 to 3 damage. So 1 if we get unlucky. Okay. That leaves us with Arch and Lotharion. We don't really have to touch that mutant anymore. We could try to hit the Wrecker. We got 57% chance. Or the Viper. We could also hunker down with Arch. I'm actually leaning towards doing that. And now we can... No point shooting the mutant. That's not going to do anything. Let's just reload, actually. And probably Overwatch. Because they will almost definitely move towards us.
Affirmative. Covering now.
The mutant died, nice. Okay. How many kills is that? Quite a few. I mean, I'm pretty happy with how many kills we managed to get here. Despite odds being stacked against us. Here comes the Viper. Oh yeah, the Viper will pull Eric in. Well, I think that's GG basically. How many active enemies do we have? I think it's like 6. Yeah, I think it's 5 or 6. Riot control, now we are marked. And the Wrecker. Okay, at least he missed. But our options are extremely limited right now.
There's no more reinforcements coming.
Yeah, no more reinforcements. Okay. I mean, there's really not much we can do. We can take a shot. We'll get flanked then, but if I don't free Eric, this is definitely GG. So I have to free Eric. Our chance to hit is a little bit low. But let's try. Okay, that was a nice shot.
That won't do it.
Okay. Combat protocol. We don't have... we do have combat protocol. So combat protocol on the Viper, let's do that. Go, go, go. Unfortunately, Eric is poisoned. And he will have to wait for a heal. Alright. Let's get him out of here. Into full cover or so. He will take some damage. But I can't really avoid that. I can't heal him on this turn. I needed combat protocol. So what the heck do we do? We could get a flanking shot, but then I would probably die. So let's maybe not do that.
Moving to position.
I think we should back up a bit. Arch needs to back up, otherwise he will get flanked. Let's just run all the way back. And Overwatch, and I guess that's our turn done. Here they come. And here comes the reaction shot.
Negative damage.
Yeah, they are rushing the ramp. At least some of them. Come on, people. Kill a few more aliens. And Eric is down. And now we are panicking. Yeah. At least they hunkered down, but that's not going to help them a whole lot. We literally didn't get a turn because there was no one to use. Oh, we do have Lars. And he has just one shot, really. Well then, let's take that shot then. And he missed. Oh yeah, that's the next turn. Or what? Lotharion. He needs to shoot that Viper. At least he won't miss that one, right? It won't be enough damage for a kill, unfortunately. But it's not like we had a lot of options. That's our turn done. Come on. Why can I still move the camera? We killed 13 enemies. Did the game freeze? Because there's no one left to use. Yeah, there's no one left to use, but the alien turn is not starting for some strange reason. Oh, there we go, now it started. That was a little bit odd. Yeah, more reinforcements, because that's clearly the one thing missing. At least reinforcements aren't very big, only 2 those. But that doesn't exactly help us in any way. We actually put up a decent fight. If it wasn't for all these crits through full cover again, this might have been doable, maybe. It would have been a stretch still. But honestly, considering these crits, we did better than I expected. It's not over yet, but it will be. Soon. We are just running out of options, it's as simple as that.
Let the alien troops get access to the Avengers systems. If they have the original command codes, they could initiate a full shutdown of the power core.
Yes,
If that
we know.
happens, there's no way we're getting off
Can
the
we
ground
get
before
to
they
move yet?
overrun us.
Alright, well, this target is obvious enough. Reload first. Is Walkfire granted for damage? Is it 100? It's 94. Well, I don't want to tempt the RNG, although with Walkfire we might end up doing 3 damage. So I have to take some kind of risk, one way or the other. Oh, right, they can also dodge, because that can happen. Alright, that's a thing.
Whatever you say.
We'll just use a pistol or something, or we'll use Arch. Sure, I'm not leaving that Viper there, because I can't do that.
Not too shabby. That's the last of them, Commander.
And
Taking out
Lars,
the remaining
he
hostiles
needs to
threatening
back
the
up.
ship.
Where can we go? Back to the ramp
Confirmed.
with C. And steady weapon. And what about Lars? Into full cover? Yep, pretty much.
Sweet.
Is anyone on Overwatch? No. And that's our turn done again. That's 5 dudes. Oh, grenade. Yep. I mean, that... Oh no, that's not an actual grenade. That's a flashbang grenade. I thought that's a plasma grenade. Not that it makes it any better, because now we basically have to skip a turn. Or count on being really lucky, but with my earlier RNG, I wouldn't count on that. Yeah, and now they got a shield, because why not? I mean, 66% with a flanking shot 68%. We might as well go for these shots, because what else are we going to do? Other shots will be very low. We might as well shoot the flanked guy. That's a miss. Okay. 66%. There. Nice crit.
Went off the armor.
Might be the last one we get. Oh, we need literally one more damage. Okay, hold on. We do have stock, do we? That was someone dead with stock. Okay, what's our chance to hit? 23%. 23% is better. Bye. Okay, let's see if that was the last guy we'll kill in this campaign. Overwatch. It seems I have to end the turn manually every single time now. A little bit strange, but alright. Yeah, these guys have way too much health. And there are too many of them. And we are really out of options at this point. Not to mention, they will keep getting reinforcements. I simply won't be able to kill them fast enough, even if we get really lucky. So that's the problem, we do not have the firepower for this anymore.
Menace 1-5, be advised, we've picked up hostile reinforcements.
Thanks,
inbound on
Bradford,
your
Captain
position.
Obvious. Yeah, I mean, what the heck are we supposed to do now? Reload first. That much is obvious. Can we kill the breacher? Probably not. We could try. Well, we can flank him. Oh yeah, we can flank him through here, I suppose, but if we move all the way, we can flank him with more than one person. Let's go for it, 24%. Alright, I'll take it.
Armor still holding. My ammo's running
We
low.
need one more. Let's give it a shot.
Doable.
25%. And we missed.
Adjusting
Can we get
sights.
one more?
Ammo, fast.
With Lars? Well, not really. Can we? Yeah, we can. And not enough damage, unfortunately.
Blindage qui a pris.
We are one damage short, but we do have a pistol. Or a grenade. I guess a grenade would be a guaranteed kill at this point. Might as well throw a grenade. Wouldn't want to miss with that pistol. So at least we'll kill him like that and remove all the shields. Unfortunately, we don't have any kind of follow-up, because we used every single soldier just to kill that guy. And reinforcements. Like I said, that's how this mission works. They will keep getting reinforcements forever. I simply cannot kill them quickly enough.
Some advent here.
Not to mention try actually completing this mission. Like, it's not like I can rush the objective, because then I will get killed. I will get killed anyway, but I'm just saying, it's not like I can rush the objective in this situation. That's a mass panic.
We can't let up now. We have to get the Avenger up and
No
moving,
shit,
no
Bradford.
matter the cost.
How about you come and help us, eh? You have a pretty damn good weapon. This might be it. Yeah, I mean, we got one guy right now. Well, not a guy, but one soldier. 28%. Let's go for that. That's just a pistol, but might as well take a shot and miss.
Not good.
No, not good. Thanks for your comment. It was very helpful. I can't even back up anymore, so yeah. A little bit weird that guy didn't choose to flank us, but okay. Whatever floats his boat. They could just rush us. Not sure why they are not doing it. Okay. Riot control. Yep, 6 damage. That guy was panicking. And that's the last enemy. Unfortunately, he will use a shield. Alright. 6 active enemies. And we already killed 16. Let's go for the Overwatch guy and our highest chance to hit.
Shot failed
It
to
was
connect.
worth a try. Alright, I can't really move because of Overwatch. 81%. Which one of these guys do we want to try killing? I don't think we can kill either, but we'll attack the guy with less health. Okay. That's 7 health.
Weapons empty. Can't engage.
Okay, we did kill him. This might have been the last kill we'll get. Hey, Lotharion got a promotion. That's the captain promotion that I have been waiting for more or less this entire game. Or at least since the early mid-game. That came a little bit too late. Just a tiny little bit too late. But hey, he's technically a captain. Probably the only captain in this entire campaign, so grats. I don't think you'll live long enough to celebrate your promotion. I'm just saying. And now we are flanked, and there's not much I can really do about that.
On our position.
And they will just keep getting reinforcements.
Menace 1-5, be advised, we picked up hostile reinforcements inbound on your position.
What's our highest chance to hit?
Back in.
Yeah, it's very low.
I'm ready.
We could try to set up with steady weapon, but I mean, we are pretty much done right now. There's really no way around that. Doesn't matter how lucky we get, this is game over. We literally do not have enough damage. Still, I tried. I did my best. We got what? 17 kills?
I'll get him next time.
Yep, 17 kills. And more reinforcements. Yeah, I think they will get reinforcements every single turn now. This mission is really damn tough with the alien pack. I mean, even if this campaign went really well, I'm not sure if I would be able to do this without some luck involved. I don't know. We would need pretty much the strongest possible squad that you can get at this stage of the campaign. So a campaign with no deaths, or minimal deaths, a lot of really good gear, and maybe some good hidden abilities. That's pretty much what this would take. Yep, that's Lotharion dead. He didn't get to celebrate his promotion.
We need emergency evac! Now, damn it!
Yeah, we can't evac, because we can't get out of here. That's the whole point. Okay, well... Arch. Yeah, it's not like he can do much, but we can try to kill the remote control. So this would be the last kill in the campaign, most likely. He's dead. That's 18 kills. Good job. I'm surprised he missed that. Yeah, not for very long. And now Arch dies, probably. So that's that. That's the end of the campaign, because we are dead and the Avenger is gone. So thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed this campaign despite the ending, and I'll see you next time.